anybody more legit. I encourage everybody to do their own research. Criticize the government in a positive way, in a bad way, however you want, but you have to check up on them, even if it is once a year. Everybody, take one day, everybody, this year, and go and check up on your government.
All right, guys, I have Enrique from Auditing America here and JP from Liberty Lens Audits, and we're in Vegas. You guys end up getting arrested?
Oh, man, well, not this time.
Not yet.
Not this time. We got assaulted a couple days ago by Juliana Miller from the UFC. We didn't even know who she was.
So where were you guys and what happened?
Well, we were conducting a First Amendment audit. For those of you who don't know what a First Amendment audit is, that's what someone does when they want to investigate how good the service of the United States government employees is when it comes to respecting your freedom of the press, your First Amendment right to video record in public areas, while exercising other constitutional rights, such as the Fourth Amendment. So we have the right to our privacy. We don't have to discuss our day unless we're suspected of committing crimes. We don't have to provide ID. So we showed up at the post office and we're doing our thing. And Juliana Miller happens to be at in the line and automatically becomes what they call on the internet nowadays a Karen.
Yeah.
She at first was cool with what we were doing. She was aware of what we were doing, and then turns out making physical threats. And then I made a comment that triggered her to follow me and assault me by striking my touching my face, hat all flew off and everything.
Yeah. Sounded vicious too.
Damn.
So then she follows by fleeing and jumping into oncoming traffic and jumping a whole wall. It was insane.
What?
So,
I didn't see that part.
yes, you got to go check out the video, guys. She all the way at the end. I was so surprised because obviously I didn't know she was an athlete, so it wasn't common for me to see 120-pound girl jumping a wall the way that she did. So
now, what is your goal with these audits? Because we were talking off camera. You don't press charges. You've been arrested 10 times.
We've pressed charges in the past in situations where, we pretty much we thought that was the best thing to do.
Yeah.
But we've never really gone to court and completely prosecuted anybody or had anybody been convicted because of any videos that we're out there to do, because we're not out there to get anybody in trouble. Our main goal during these audits is to educate the people that don't know. I'm on a mission to educate the people from Puerto Rico as well. We are a U.S. territory with over 3 million American citizens who a lot of them don't speak English. Spanish is our first language, and even though they enjoy the rights that we have over here as a U.S. territory, a lot of them don't really get it, I guess. So I'm out there also doing videos in Puerto Rico and all U.S. territories. We've been to the Northern Mariana Islands, Guam. I got detained in Guam in the northern.
Damn.
At the naval base.
That sounds scary.
It was pretty scary. They took me inside the base and everything.
So are you allowed to film in the base?
You can film from a public area.
Okay.
So what happened was I made a small mistake. They in military bases, they have like the government line, the trespassing line or whatever.
Yeah.
It's drawn on the ground. There's not a sign anywhere. It's on the ground. So if you're driving and you're made like way before you make it to the front gate, you're already in their property. So that's kind of what happened to us. We thought we were it was a misunderstanding, but I did get detained for a couple hours. I didn't get in trouble or anything. They let me go. They found out, hey, we know you're not, you're harmless. We know you're harmless. I'm like, yes, I am. So But we're out there trying to educate people.
Shout out to today's sponsor, Specialized Recruiting Group. When your company has a position to fill, are you really seeing the best candidates? Sure, you get plenty of resumes, but you may be missing an untapped resource, ideal candidates who are not currently job searching. The good news is you just need Specialized Recruiting Group. Specialized Recruiting Group is ready to find the talent you need. Go to srgpros.com, see how our recruitment specialists with a deep understanding of experience and expertise you need can find the right fit for your business. After all, you deserve to see the best candidates possible, both active and passive. We're here to guide you and help you find a role that fits, all without costing a dime. Meet Specialized Recruiting Group, offering a tailored approach to find your next role. Go to srgpros.com and get on the right course. Your local Specialized Recruiting Group team knows which businesses are hiring and can offer you a path to contract and full-time roles. Take the next step in your career by starting srgpros.com.
Bro, and in a nice way, we try to, do it a little bit entertaining, I guess, as well. We try to make it, we try to promote and praise the good too, because there's so much, controversy and a lot of negative within the content that we do. We want more. We want to spread more love, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, we went to the post office, and that unfortunate situation happened with that athlete. But that's just one of the situations. We've been all over the country right now. We're missing only about 5 or 6 states.
Damn.
So,
Yeah, because you do the West Coast stuff, right?
Yep, all over. I've been doing Vegas for maybe 7 years, maybe.
Wow. And what have you seen in Vegas overall? Like good or positive experiences?
I've had a few interactions with officers that are actually nice.
Okay.
That they seem like they do care. And then there's always that saying, well, if there's all these good officers, why aren't they turning in the bad ones?
Mm.
But then they get retaliated onto.
Yeah, from their point of view, I could see it. They don't want to risk their reputation, their job, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like my very first audit, it was at the post office on Charleston and Decatur, Okie and Decatur.
Mm-hmm.
And we were filming, doing a cool little story, same process. People started getting a little irate inside the office. We stepped outside, waited for the officer. The officer, he goes, hey, step to the front of my car. He had already seen me before I got to the office. We didn't say anything mean. We're like, good morning, officer. All right, we'll step to the front. As soon as I step to the front, he grabs me from my throat.
Whoa.
And chokes me onto his car just for filming.
What?
His excuse was, oh, you have all these weapons in your hand. They are career enders. That's it.
That is crazy. And you didn't want to pursue that in court?
Lots of people, they're like, sue, but we're not here for the people's money. This is going to come out of taxes.
Absolutely.
I didn't even think
money's
about
not
that.
the thing. I'm more concerned of people getting the education. Look, this is what happened. This is where he went wrong, and learn from it.
Yeah, the education's huge. When I was growing up and police asked for my ID, I would just hand it over, honestly. I thought that was the right thing to do. But
because we grew up with that mentality, which is good.
Yeah.
That we have a society, that we have police officers who protect the community, and we can sleep safe in a country that we know that we have the best military as well protecting us. No other country is going to come and bully us.
Mm-hmm.
We're not, a lot of people think that our content may be considered some sort of bullying in a way, but that's just people who actually maybe run into one video and just don't understand the concept and the idea behind the whole mission that we have in Auditing America. And a lot of people, but that's their First Amendment. That's what this country is about. That's why we as long as they don't violate any community guidelines from the platforms that are in the comment section, you're more than welcome to comment whatever you want. Because that's why I'm out there. I'm preaching for the First Amendment. I want you to be able to know that you can criticize me and you can criticize
free speech.
and
Right.
as long as we're peaceful.
Yeah.
Because once anybody starts speaking violence, then it doesn't. The
not
First
productive.
Amendment ends.
Yeah.
The First Amendment ends. It becomes disorderly conduct, disturbing the peace, depending what you say, you can get in different type of trouble. So we're just out there, man, checking up on public employees and making sure that they're nice, and if they're nice, we praise them, and if they're not as nice, unfortunately, we try to expose this to the world.
Have your videos, either you guys, ever gotten someone fired?
That as far as a police officer, no, but I know for a fact that one police officer did change jobs. She went and started working, I guess, somewhere else because of how much
hate
attention it got from and some people, a lot of people, I don't know, they just don't understand about our rights here in America, but a lot of people say, oh, well, you were wrong, Enrique. You were wrong. I'm like, at what point? What part? Any reasonable person that sees any of the videos that we go and do knows that, oh, well, you're not identifying yourself. You're not telling anybody. That's I can't say any bad words, right?
You can. We'll just censor it.
Yeah, that's an asshole move. Well, sorry. I'm not trying to, I'm here to do an audit. So I can't tell you why I'm here or who I am, because it defeats the whole purpose of an audit. I'm like the mystery shopper.
Yeah, it's like when those restaurant auditors announce they're coming beforehand, so they clean up the kitchen and everything.
Correct. Correct. Yeah. And, we've been doing this. There's other people that are also doing these videos on the internet, but us in Auditing America, we're pretty much the only ones that have gone face to face with Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, Kamala Harris, Bernie Sanders, Mike Bloomberg, Donald Trump, 7 or 8 different governors in the United States. We've sat down with the governor of the Northern Mariana Islands, speaking about freedom and the First Amendment, and we would like for everyone to know that the mainstream news is they're not the only press. We are all the same. We are all the same here. We're all exercising the same right. Just because they have $1 gazillion in a huge building and doesn't give them, doesn't make them or anybody more legit. I encourage everybody to do their own research, criticize the government in a positive way, in a bad way, however you want, but you have to check up on them, even if it is once a year. Everybody, take one day, everybody, this year, and go and check up on your government. You don't have to film. You can do it secretly. You can go with your wife or with your husband and conduct business personally, something that you would probably do at home now because there's a lot of these services are provided through the internet. Well, these buildings are still there for a reason. There's still employees there for a reason. And a lot of the times when people go to in person to conduct these business, they kind of want to push them out and tell them, hey, well, just do it online. Do it online. Well, we're here now,
Yeah.
So these people are ready to serve you. You guys are paying taxes that we're waiting for these taxes to make a big difference in our community. And we see all these billions and billions of dollars being spent, and a lot of things that we would love to see never really happen. And it's just a matter of checking up on where your taxes are going.
I grew up in Jersey. They never fix those damn potholes over there.
Oh
man.
Hey, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
So another cool point that he brought up was that when you go in there, you don't have to record. You can take a notepad. That's part of journalism. When they say freedom of the press, it's not just recording. You're more than welcome. Take your notepad, sit down. You're still doing a job. You're taking your notes, do whatever you got to do. Boom. If they try to kick you out, hey, I'm working on a story.
So they're allowed to kick you out, though?
They're going to try to say that you're loitering. They're going to try to say that what you're doing is not legit. They're gonna try to say that, you know, you're a fraud. But the reality is that people lie, but videos don't. So if you're going in there with a good purpose and you're stating it at the beginning of your video, guys, we're here today and this is exactly what we're going to do. We're not going to interfere with the business, but we're also expecting no one to interfere with our business. We know that there's going to be reactions, but the reaction has to be controlled by us educating them, trying to de-escalate the situation as much as we can. But a lot of people just flip, brother, and they just don't care. You know, I've been tackled by police officers.
Jeez.
Police parking lots too.
Wow.
Like I was filming a police parking lot in Rhode Island. 6 police officers just tackled me, and then the surveillance camera video magically disappears. Never makes it to court.
What about the body cam footage?
Nothing makes it to court. The only video that made it to court, guess whose video?
Yours?
My video. And we took it to trial. I was charged with disorderly conduct and disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. But I never resisted arrest, ever, brother. And that would have been proven if that video that from the police department's camera would have been turned in as evidence. But since I knew there was a camera, right? I said, I didn't resist. I had my video. I was never disorderly. I never trespassed. I'm going to trial. I said, screw that. So I take it to trial and I'm like, okay, so because at that point, I still believed in the justice system here in our country. I said, no, this is America. They have to prove beyond reasonable doubt that I did that. So how in the world, if I didn't do it, they're going to prove it? I was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
So I made it to trial. And then I'm found not guilty of disorderly conduct, thanks to my video, thank God, because I had 6 tyrants that said that I was disorderly and was willing to put me in a situation where I was facing up to a year in jail in the state of Rhode Island. And then only to find out during trial that I'm not guilty, right? What happened? That you guys knew what you were talking about. This is simple stuff. How the hell did you guys mess up and put somebody in jail that was innocent? We just went to trial and I was found not guilty. Well, guess what? I was found guilty of resisting arrest. An arrest that I never that I never resisted. And they're saying that I was resisting an arrest which is resisting arrest is a secondary charge. So you need a first charge, a primary charge to get
I see.
to get resisting arrest, obviously. So the primary charge was disorderly conduct that I was just found not guilty.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me that I'm found guilty of resisting an arrest that I wasn't guilty? That you're saying that I wasn't guilty of? So that's exactly what happened to me. And I asked that, my attorney asked that at court, which, you know, they chewed my attorney's, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let her really defend me, bro. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so they find me guilty of resisting arrest. And then the judge says, well, in the state of Rhode Island, it's illegal to resist a legal or an illegal arrest.
Whoa. That's crazy.
So pretty much in short words, if you're getting kidnapped by the police, take it easy, calm down. We have a system that's going to free you pretty soon. The normal reaction of a person who's been taken in custody illegally is to like not want to go.
Yeah.
Even though I knew that I was putting myself in the line of a situation that could happen, I still never resisted because I know what resisting arrest could lead to. They kick your ass. Yeah.
They taser your ass.
They can legally do anything besides killing you in order to apprehend you.
That's happened, yeah. Man, that is scary.
So we have a lot of videos doing ID refusals. Those are tough.
Yeah, so what's the process with that? Like, because I see mixed comments on ID refusals. Like, if you get pulled over driving, do you have to give your ID?
Absolutely. That's because when you're driving, your driving is a privilege according to the government. You know, they say we have the right to travel, but the right to travel is with these two right here. Because once you want to drive a vehicle, that's a privilege, according to the government. So if you're driving a vehicle, you have to provide your driver's license. Obviously, the police officer has to have a reason to pull you over. Police officers can't just randomly pull people over and demand ID for a random, or what is it that they call
Marijuana smell.
Well, it depends on the state too. Some states marijuana is legal, and some states it's illegal still.
Yeah.
Which I think
I got pulled over.
They need to fix that.
No,
already,
they
right?
do. I got pulled over in Jersey once, and he said because of the smell, get out of the car. So my friend and I both had to get out on the curb of the highway. It was so embarrassing, and there was nothing in there.
Oh, they will bully you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it was
I have
crazy.
a video in Jersey where we were doing a First Amendment audit, and the police officer randomly just says, "Okay, hold on. I am sensing," this is what he said, "I am sensing a strong raw odor of cannabis," or something like that. He said, and I think it may be you or you.
Wow, targeted.
And I said, and you know what? I had my marijuana medical card on me, and I said, but yeah, that's not. I said, what? That's not probable cause. I said, and he said, yes, the smell. That's the little loophole that they have, because who's gonna go to? How is a police officer gonna go to court, or anyone gonna go to court and prove that they indeed smelled anything?
Right. It's subjective.
That's just one of these little loopholes where your Fourth Amendment can be violated just because of not saying all police officers, but this is obviously a large amount that doesn't respect our rights. And most of you that are out there watching these videos may be like, this guy's full of crap. But guess what? You guys have a life. You guys have a whole different type of job. I'm the one that's out there. My life is putting my life out there to make sure that these rights are being protected every single day for the past 6 years. And I'm the one that runs it to police officers every day. So I know for a fact that we have a big problem across the country. We're talking about Alaska, Hawaii. We're talking about, in Alaska was pretty wild.
Really? You would have never expected that in Alaska.
Oh, man. You guys need to go check out our video from Fairbanks, Alaska at the DMV. That was pretty wild. We had crazy employees. We had crazy citizens. We had terrible police officers who were trying to violate our rights and get us to leave. And if we didn't stand our ground and peacefully asserting our rights, they would have trampled on them.
Wow.
And that video has hundreds of thousands of views on our Auditing America. That was about 11 months ago. I encourage people to go watch those as well. Also, shout outs to the Allen Report. That's our guy over there on the East Coast, Boston, Massachusetts, taking care of all these tyrants over there and praising the good officers as well. Praising good public employees. So shout outs to the Allen Report. Any other questions that you?
No, just like, why do you guys think it's so bad? Like everywhere, it seems to be like not just a one state issue, right?
Well, the first thing is accountability. It goes back to people are afraid to show what's going on. Why? Because it goes back again to they have a job. If you get arrested, that messes with your income. That could mess with your family. So a lot of people would rather just turn the other way and look around. And that's one of the main problems.
Is it true these police, certain police officers have these quotas to hit when it comes to arrests?
Some people say that. I hope not.
Yeah.
That's not good. That means they're revenue generators, and they're not. That's not what their job is. Their job literally is to uphold the Constitution, and if anyone is breaking the law, holding them accountable. But we're the ones that have to hold police accountable as well for their misconduct. A lot of people get mistreated. Police officers sometimes are rude. It may not violate your rights, but they're rude. Was that necessary? Was it necessary for a police officer? No. If let's say you're speeding and you get pulled over. Okay, I broke the law. Hit me with a ticket, whatever it is. Is it necessary for him to come over here and say something rude or smart or, in an asshole way? No.
They like to
instigate. It's not part.
Sometimes I think they do it on purpose.
The thing is, it's against their job. It's literally totally against their policy. Their policy is that they have to be courteous, professional. They're police officers, bro. They're supposed to be the good guys here. And we want to, sometimes, bro, 9 times out of 10, you try to shake a police officer's hand. They've got this gap, bro. There's this gap between us for some reason. They don't, and if they hear you, like, they hear us talking about, they're like, oh, okay, you're one of these guys. You're one of those guys, huh?
You're a sovereign citizen, and they start putting names on
I've been called
us.
that, too. I'm like, no.
Sovereign citizen.
I'm a U.S. citizen.
Those are the people that get rid of their citizenship, sovereign?
I think I think some weird stuff. I think they drive they
drive without IDs and stuff.
They drive
got their own.
They put a paper on their as a license plate.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's crazy. That's wild. I believe that we do need some order. Obviously, I agree with the way things are supposed to go, but they're not going the way that they're supposed to go.
Yeah, we're definitely for sure not anti-police.
That's good, right?
Yeah, we're not anti-cops.
We believe we need it.
So when the Defund the Police movement happened, what were you guys doing during that?
Well, I believe that each state should make the decision whatever they want to do with the funds towards the police, but I think that the police does need funds, to do their job. Some states, I guess, police officers are getting paid like a lot of money. These guys, North Las Vegas, they got a $40,000 signing bonus.
Wow. That's impressive.
And this is,
to be fair, that is a dangerous area. So I'm assuming the cops in more risky areas get paid more.
Yeah.
So,
well, and that's fine. I guess that's okay if there's a bonus like that, but we need to make sure that the police officers from North Las Vegas are actually upholding the Constitution. We just uploaded a video about 3 weeks ago from the North Las Vegas post office. Not only police officers had no jurisdiction on federal property, but they went in there and they trespassed us illegally from the post office.
Really?
Yes. So as of now, I'm trespassed from one of the post offices in North Las Vegas, even though I was never disorderly. I never broke the law. I didn't break any policies because the policy from the post office, the rules and regulations of Poster 7, which is the actual rules from the post office, has a whole section for news, for photographs, for news purposes. So as long as you're in the for news purposes, pictures may be taken in entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, auditoriums when used for public meetings.
Yeah.
And then if it's any restricted areas, then obviously you need permission from security personnel, postmaster, supervisor, or somebody in charge.
Yeah, and if this is a good video too, because he got trespassed from this place, and if there wasn't no camera behind it, there would be no accountability. Now people can go back to this video and see how the employee is being irresponsible. He wasn't being professional. And his job was really easy. All he had to do is, if there was a nuisance, they're okay, they can film. He should know how it works and just calm everything down. But instead, he decides to instigate a little more, spice things up. And since he's a federal employee, we have police officers. They kind of tend to listen to each other a little more because we're the bad guys or we're the instigators.
The thing is, they never call the proper agency. They're supposed to call the postal inspector, the postal police.
Yeah,
those people are right around the corner from any post office in every city.
I didn't even know that existed. Postal police.
Yes, and then trust me, it's hard to find them. but I've actually met postal police with the postal patrol car.
So what's the difference between them and a police officer?
He's a federal police officer.
Oh, he's federal.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the thing. Police officers don't have any jurisdiction at the post office.
Oh, so they can't go in and arrest you.
No, but they still do whatever they want. And
Especially
according to Auditing America on video, we have city police going onto federal property, and because the thing is, they have to. If there's imminent danger, if there's something that's about to happen, yes, they can go in and neutralize the situation. But they have no jurisdiction to trespass anyone from there. They, at that point, if they really wanted, that felt like anyone needed to be trespassed, they need to contact the postal inspector or postal police, who's going to come or go over there and determine that, because he's the one that has his jurisdiction to investigate that incident.
Especially over something super petty. In this case, it was really petty for the reason he got trespassed.
Wow.
So it was really uncalled for. But again, these
threatened
videos,
with jail.
Damn.
yeah, these videos, they show who was in the wrong, and people get to redress their government.
Yeah. Do you guys go in with big cameras, or are they hidden? Like, what's the setup?
We always go with our phones, because we want to promote the freedom of the press, and everybody already has everything they need if they have a phone. So everybody, that you don't think that if I'm telling you to go check up on your local government, you need a whole YouTuber starter pack or something. You guys have everything you need right here on your phone. If you want to work on a video or criticize or in a positive or negative way your government, you have everything you need on your phone, so you can go ahead and do that.
And it doesn't matter what kind of phone.
Plus, it's more of since it's an audit, we don't want to look like the average camera guy as well walking in there, because they'll already start getting the idea. Okay, we got a news crew, and we want them to just be like
natural.
We want to get a natural reaction of how they what they do when they see a regular citizen using their camera phone in a peaceful way when it comes to filming them as employees.
That makes sense. How do you guys choose where to go to? Are you getting tips from people saying this place is not operating correctly?
Oh yes, we get a lot of emails and comments in our channel where people are suggesting and trying to get us to go places. For the most part, we just pretty much we've been going. We play it by ear pretty much.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, we sit down with the guys and like, yo, where we're going next week? Let's see what's going on. We see whatever events that may be happening, and then we choose our location. But yeah, man, we're missing the North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota. We're missing soon we're gonna go to Utah. But we haven't done Utah, we haven't done Idaho. There's a few states we still haven't done, but
so you've done about 45, you said earlier,
yes,
right?
Yes.
What have been the best and worst?
Well, I tell you, one of the best experiences that I had was pretty much, I'd say, going to Alaska and doing these videos. I got to go through. I went to Juneau, Alaska. I went to Anchorage, and I went to Fairbanks. And not only that was always kind of like my dream state to visit. Being from growing up in Florida, Alaska is like so far from us. So I always wanted to go see the nature over there in Alaska, and being able to go do these videos over there and work and educate people at the same time, enjoying living, scratching another item from my bucket list. It was just amazing. But when it comes to respectful police officers, we have respectful police officers in every state. We have disrespectful police officers in every state. Yeah. We have some state capitol buildings that, I don't know, some, like, for instance, the Georgia State Capitol, you can't go in there unless you provide ID. It's people's building. Why do you have to waive your rights when you're going in? That's what everybody in that building talks about. Our rights. That's what that place is about.
Even here at the courts, the First Amendment states freedom of the press. No government agency, state, local, federal, should impede, but they give you a piece of paper. They say you can't answer. You try to, boom.
Wow, just go to court here.
trespassing and you go to jail. There is a courts that will let you, but you can kind of tell where the tyrants are and when they're not.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, that is very fascinating. I think people like you guys are needed though, or else they'll abuse their power.
Definitely. Like the first, I got started here originally. I'm a cop watcher. I have
What's up?
A cop watcher is when you see a police officer having an interaction with someone else. You pull up to them with a certain amount of space and you start recording.
Okay.
Kind of like an audit, but you cop watch. You just watch officers. I started a small furniture store, and then eventually I would have clients saying, hey, bro, I can't come make a payment today. And they'd be like, I got arrested. I got to do this. And eventually it started to line up. And they're like, bro, you need to come check this dude out. I go, and this officer, he's just pulling random people over, doing illegal searches. And I started recording him. He didn't like that. Boom. Next thing I know, he has it in for me. So every other stop he would see me, he tried taking me in, all of them.
Damn.
I've been arrested plenty of times, maybe like 7, 9. Very, very petty arrests just for filming.
We got arrested in 2021 here.
Both of you together?
Oh,
Well,
and
all
with
of
our
us.
boy.
and the Allen report.
Allen report.
Shout out to the Allen report. We all got arrested for jaywalking.
Jaywalking.
What?
They came
People
in-
arrest you for that?
That used to
came
be
in hot
arrestable
like
here.
we killed a village.
Dude.
It used to be arrestable here till last year, right?
We got rid of it.
Were you
got
on
rid of-
were you on the strip?
No.
No, in front of the FBI building.
So we
On
did
Martin
it.
Luther
Oh,
King
wow.
and
Yeah, we did an
Lincoln.
audit. We were filming the FBI building. They said, "Oh, you guys gotta get the hell out
Yeah.
of here." No. So we left, and we're walking down the sidewalk. Never in my life, they say ignorance of the law is not an excuse. So it isn't, but different states, different laws. But I guess they said, well, we'll let them go because they're gonna jaywalk, and we did.
Wow.
We jaywalked, and then this police officer just show up, and he's like, "Sit down." And I was like, "No, if I'm being detained, I'm being detained. I'm right here. I don't have to sit down on the ground."
Was it the feds or was it the police officers?
A little bit of all of them.
Wow.
They grabbed them, slammed them on the floor.
Holy.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is why I feel like you guys need hidden cameras on you at the same time though.
That was a crazy day. It was very, very corrupt that day.
Tell him what the officer told me once he took me.
Yeah, he went to a point where he's all like, you guys are poking the wrong bear. I'm gonna make sure I know which cameras we're recording, because he asked which cameras we're recording, and we stayed quiet. He's all like, all right, well, I'm gonna take all your phones. They took my phone for over a year.
What?
And they
Over
took,
a year.
And guess what? They took my phone too. And that was 2021, right?
Yeah.
They took my
Oh,
phone.
during the
May.
pandemic.
They took my phone and they never got it back.
What?
I never got my phone
They
back.
still have your phone?
No, they probably destroyed it already, but they never, I tried, they gave me the runaround. I could never get through to
Damn.
the proper person to obtain my camera back. He got his camera back.
Yeah, I had
How'd
to
you
go-
get yours?
I had to go through court. I went to the judge that the officer arrested me, and I had the appointment with the judge. I told her, look, these guys are messing with me. They won't give me my phone back. I filed a motion to get my phone back.
Yeah.
And yeah, she signed it. She's all like, I'm sorry. They were actually pretty cool. The prosecutor and the judge kind of saw that I'm a cool guy. I have no criminal record.
Mhm.
And the same officer keeps taking me.
Just
for the
messing with
stupid shit. Yeah. Yeah. So she signed it off. She's all like, yeah, you should get it within like maybe 14 days. Took me like another 6 months.
Jesus. You guys need a good ass lawyer.
Yeah, they didn't give us.
They don't want to take cases here. They're afraid.
Ah.
It's a money thing.
Yeah,
Wait,
trust-
why would they be afraid though?
I have no clue.
I guess FBI is a big opponent.
I've gone.
I had a police, the officer that arrested us, sorry to interrupt, they said, this was his words to me. He said, every time I see you, you're going to go to jail.
Jeez.
Mhm.
I was like, and as I was handcuffed in front of the patrol car, he said that. And then he goes, and there was a FBI agent standing right there, because it happened in front of the FBI. So a couple of FBI guys came over and they were just standing there while the city police, Metro, right,
Mhm.
did their thing. But I told the federal agent, which is the federal, the FBI are the ones that are supposed to protect our First Amendment rights and civil right violations. If anybody gets their rights violated, it's the FBI who gets to investigate that police department, which is honestly really never really gets to that point.
Mm.
But I told the FBI agent, I said, "Did you hear what he just said?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't think he meant that." Like,
I mean, they're probably friends.
BS. This guy meant that. You know, if he didn't mean that, he wouldn't be putting me in jail right now for jaywalking.
Wait, so one guy arrested you 7 times. What happened to that police officer?
He's still there. What happened was we were recording. It was at night, maybe like 1 o'clock in the morning. Long story short, I was with 2 other auditors. We get him. He's telling this lady and this gentleman, "Let me see your ID. You don't have registration." The gentleman pops out of his car. He has a little smile. He's nervous. The officer, he's all like, "Why are you smiling?" Being an asshole.
Yeah.
He goes, "If you keep smiling, I'm gonna take you to jail." And then his wife kind of like said something he didn't like or something. He goes, "All right, if you keep it up, I'm gonna make you and your baby walk these lonely streets, and you know how ugly it is in here."
Jeez.
So we're recording that. He didn't like all that coming out to the internet. So there's a sidewalk. I put my foot on the gutter.
Yeah.
He pulls up to me. He goes, "You stepped on my roadway. That's pedestrian in the roadway. You're going to jail."
What?
You're going to jail. I'm like, "Bro, there's
Oh
a car
my
in front of me.
God.
How am I supposed to get to my car? Do I freaking levitate?"
Yeah.
And just petty stuff like that. And then their thing is you'll fight it in court later, but it makes them happy that they get to take you. You get to eat bread on bread.
They get the satisfaction.
Yeah. And you can't do anything about it.
Bread on bread. That's a terrible thing. You ever heard of that?
No, what does that mean?
That's one of the traits they give you in jail.
Really? Holy
Bread.
crap.
Bread and bread.
That's all they give you in jail? Bread?
There's a lot of people eat different food, but
I was in jail for 4 hours once.
there's one specific day that you get bread on bread in the morning for sure.
Damn. What's the longest you guys have been in jail? How many days?
Over doing these videos on my first year, I got arrested 3 times, bro. So on my 3rd arrest, even though I had a private attorney and everything, they revoked. I couldn't get bonded out again because
No bail?
no bail because I accumulated 3 arrests.
Is that how it works? 3 arrests and you can't?
Well, you're once you get arrested, you bond out, right? And you're supposed to not get arrested again. If you get arrested again, that violates your terms and conditions from your bail, and then you could stay in jail for as long as the case goes.
Wow.
Or unless your attorney fights for you to be able to receive another bond or something like that. So that's what happened. The second time, my attorney got me a bond, and she's like, "Don't audit no more for wait." But I just couldn't.
You got that itch.
I couldn't. There was no way. I needed to go. I mean,
that's how you make a living too. So
this is some people just don't understand. They're like, "Oh, these guys have nothing to do. You don't have a life." I'm like, bro, we've been creating content for 6 years. We're trying to be nice people everywhere we go. We try to show people that the First Amendment is for everybody, not just for the mainstream news. And a lot of people are willing to learn. Some people just still don't agree.
It's a hard job what we do, I mean, we've all been in traffic and no one says when there's a cop car behind you, "Oh, I feel super safe."
Yeah. Everybody, and even police officers, they know that the average person, when they see those lights on their rear view,
my heart drops.
Yeah. Even if you have nothing, even if you're the nicest person that has never broken the law, and that all you did was going 5, 6, 7 over the speed limit, and you got arrested, people still get nervous.
Yeah.
People shouldn't be nervous when the police comes over.
Exactly.
The police officer should be nervous, but he needs to be professional. Us, we are their bosses. They work for us. I'm not telling you to be disrespectful or treat them like your employee. But yes, if the police officer, if you can see that the police officer is missing on something that you obviously know that him as a police officer, it is within his job to do, you can remind him. I mean, he'd probably tell you, "Don't tell me how to conduct my investigation."
Oh, he'll definitely say that.
But you have the right to speak. to speak
Free
up your
speech,
mind,
baby.
to let them know how you feel, to let them know what you want. You know, a lot of people say that they have all these political beliefs, but they never do anything about it. But sit down
Keyboard warriors, I call
in the
them.
kitchen or in the comment section.
They're in your comments hating on you.
Oh, no, that's another thing. Some people say, oh, well, you know, in the comment section, there's all these people, everybody hates. I'm like, no, well, you know, usually when somebody likes a video or whatever it is they're watching, if they like it, it's rare that a person, I mean, there's a lot of people that do, millions of people that actually do and go and praise you for your great content and your great work. But most of the time when somebody likes something, they either like it or they share it. But it takes for you to touch somebody's heart for them to leave a good comment. Now, guess who's the first one right there in the comment section to leave a bad comment? The hater.
The trolls, yeah.
Oh man, they love it. There's some people that also do these videos, make a living out of stealing our videos and trolling us. So I don't know, good luck to them.
Well, guys, what's next for you? Where can people watch your stuff and learn more about this type of stuff?
Well, I encourage everybody to go to the First Amendment Network as well. That's our new platform. We need everybody to go there. Check out the First Amendment Network. We got over 60 videos already new published over there on Las Vegas, Washington, D.C., New York, New Jersey. Find Auditing America everywhere. Find us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Find me on Facebook, Enrique Torres. Find the Allen Report. Make sure you guys go check out the Allen Report. Shout outs to him. Shout outs to Liberty Lens Audits, standing up for freedom over here on the West Coast. Auditing America, rain or shine. You guys are never gonna know when we're gonna pop up, but we're gonna be in your city pretty soon. And once we're done doing all these states, guess what, guys? We're gonna do it again.
Run it back.
We're gonna run it back because that's why Mr. America does what he does. As we say in every of our videos, you know, there's a reason behind this, and it's because we want to stand for freedom.
Don't be afraid to use your phones, your cameras. I feel cameras, your phones are like your best friends nowadays. I feel like Mr. Peanut, the squirrel guy.
Yeah, he just came on.
Yeah, he would have maybe a possible different outcome
if he was recording
everything.
They probably wouldn't have let him, to be honest.
He's allowed to, and that's a lot of. That's where it goes. People don't know that they're allowed to. Yeah. They feel that if a police officer tells you step back or go away or turn your phone off, you're not allowed to record. You can.
You just have to maintain a distance, you said earlier, right?
It depends. Like for me, when I go cop watching and I'm doing these watches in front of police cars,